So democratic governance mechanisms are become more receptive to the potential of information. So like communication technology to achieve good governance in its implementation. This application of ICT for governance is covered under the umbrella term of e-governance. So India being the one of the largest country democratically and demographically and geographically faces a huge challenge in the application of e-governance to empower its citizen and for overall economic development for specifically in the rural areas. So like technology facilitates communication, the internet and a smartphone have enabled instant transmission of high volume of data that acts as a folder for effective governance. So if I'm talking about a cost saving, a lot of government expenditure goes towards the cost of buying stationery for official purposes. So its letter and written records consume a lot of stationery. However, replacing them with a smartphone and the interact can save crores of money in expenses every year. So uses of e-governance help make all function of the business transparent. All official information can be uploaded onto the internet. Citizens specifically access whichever information they want whenever they want it at their convenience. So like transparency directly link of accountability. Once the function and information of the governance is available to the citizen, the government is more accountable to its actions. A vast developing country like India with its diverse land tenure system require effective land monitoring in order to ensure that transactions related to properties are not fraudulent. So along with physical transaction, online record maintenance is a key feature of e-governance in India. So like it is one of the critical challenges of e-governance. So interoperation so among ministries and department is difficult and it become a hurdle for processing and sharing data. Most of the e-governance services being offered by state or central government are not integrated. So challenge due to the diversity of the country in India, the most of the languages spoken by people are their native language. So majority of the rural population cannot use the project led by the government because they use English or Hindi as their primary language. So informs the need to do governance in the local language. So literacy rate in rural areas is approximately 67% with rural male and literacy rate 77% and rural female literacy rate 60%. In India, many of the scheme launches by the government like Manrega included rural people as end users. Due to lack of technical awareness and related knowledge, most of them are incapable of using the facilities provided by the government. So lack of connectivity in rural areas through the internet and maintaining the continuous supply of the electricity is a great challenge for effective e-governance. It is very important to know the right user of the services or it may be misused by private competitors. Meanwhile, the digital signature plays a major role in providing authenticity. So, however, it is expensive and requires frequently maintenance. Online transaction and privacy issues are become increasingly prominent in insurance, banking until bill payment. All these services are provided by e-government. Citizens are still dissatisfied with the level of security offered by the government. So lack of effective grievance, redressal mechanism. There are a serious challenge in the absence of a timely and effective grievance redressal, mechanism. In particular, biometric recognition error in online e-governance application like National Mobile Monitoring Software that record attendance of Manrega workers at work sites. Authorities often make the right holder, feel responsible for technical glitches. In this regard, like what are those initiatives? So like My Government Initiative, National Scholarship Portal, Darpan Portal, DigiLocker, National Center for Geoinformatics, National E-Governance Plan. So what should be the way forward? So deployment of intermediaries for ensuring strategic coherence among planners and beneficiaries. So governments are expected to maximize citizen satisfying by not just improving responsiveness of public service delivery mechanism, but also by augmented citizen participation in governance mechanisms. For instance, inclusion of local in policy implementation that will bridge the communication gap between the government and people. So incentivizing implementers for local initiatives. So like this, there is a need for a holistic and integrated approach from government ministries that includes identifying, evaluating, formulating, and implementing and redressing data-driven policies to meet the need of the population at the earliest. Like, if I'm talking about that local government, since local government are the closest to the citizen and constitute for many the main interface with the government. So better digital infrastructure and connectivity, special attention should be given to improve digital infrastructure, especially in rural areas, along with better internet connectivity. E-governance through regional languages is appreciable for nation like India, where people are several linguistic background are the participants. So different states in India are at different level of e-readiness. While implementing e-governance reform in different part of the country, this aspect has to be kept in mind. So today there are a number of successful projects running in the country, but there are a very few which are a nationwide basis. So there is a need to replicate and upscale successful models evenly throughout the country. Thanks for watching.